Hey guys, welcome. Solo Dolo page, Supercharger, year 11, bowl game, AutoZone Liberty Bowl versus Arkansas. Okay, I just got this thing back up because I actually was recording before this, and then I moved my computer, and then a plug came loose and threw off the recording, so I had to get off of this and restart this thing. But we're good now. I got it in a chair where it can swivel a little bit. I'm not talking directly to y'all, but I'm in front of the camera, so everything's good. Well, we're in the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. It's the consolation prize we get for losing against Louisiana Tech in our conference championship game. But like I said before the video cut off, I have 3 reasons why this game is important. 3 reasons why this game is important. Number one, you always want to end your season on a good note. Beating Arkansas, an SEC team, would be, ending the season on a good note. That's number one. Number two, or I can't think. I did think about the third reason, but then I forgot about it. But I know this one good reason. Another reason is Supercharger are in the AutoZone Liberty Bowl for the 4th time. Makes the 4th time. We've never won an AutoZone Liberty Bowl. So there you go. I mean, so there are reasons to win this football game. And of course, beating an SEC team. When's the last time we beat a big program, a big program on a big stage? I do remember when we beat North Dakota State. I mean, that was big. When we beat Notre Dame, that was big. We've had big wins in this series, but the losses have sort of trumped that, especially against when you consider that we lost the conference championship game to Louisiana Tech. So the losses are starting to overshadow the wins. But, we're still a 3-time, conference champion. We're not scrubs, but, you want to end the season on a good note, and you want to get this bad taste out of your mouth. You want to get this bad taste out of your mouth. So we're facing this team, and I was checking them out earlier. This team is stacked, guys. I don't even know how they're 6-6. You have a pretty decent quarterback, Eric Nugent, who's a pocket passer. He's not going to run around. I looked at his ratings for running. He is not that dude. So that's something you don't have to worry about with him, scrambling around like the Louisiana Tech quarterback did. Running backs are pretty stacked. You got Antoine Mills, who's a senior. You have Joshua Brooks behind him. Wide receiver is not that deep. But when you have running backs like that, you don't really have to be. But they got Jason Montoya, and it's a drop off from there. Tight end, they got a real good tight end. So they got Arthur Davis, Steve Johnson, highly rated tight ends. The line is stacked, guys. 89 overall left tackle, 73 overall left guard, 81 overall center, 85 overall right guard, and 88 overall right tackle. Yeah, they're going to run the football a lot. That's what I see them doing, and that's partly our weakness. Is teams don't really try to run on us, but when they do, you can be successful, as Louisiana Tech proved. You got Jim Thomas and Jared Nolan, so they're stacked on their front line. You know, Billy Hurd, 87 overall, backed by 85 overall. Defensive tackle looks pretty good. So their front line is stacked. Then you look at this linebacking core, 95 overall senior outside linebacker, 76 overall middle linebacker, but a 94 overall outside linebacker. They're stacked guys. Corner is not that deep. Like Oliver Whitehead is their best, and then it's like a drop off. If we can get time to throw the ball, we can kill them. But I don't think we can run the ball on this team. It's going to have to be through the air against this team. We can run the well. I'll try to run the ball some, but you're not running the ball on this team. They're too stacked up front. Free safety got Denny Atkins, a guy I remember going for earlier in this series because he's from Bartlett, Tennessee, and I do remember not getting a big free safety, and look at him now. He's a 93 overall, and they got a 93 overall, another strong safety. So this team is stacked like nobody's business. Stacked like nobody's business. I forgot to check this out. Yeah, I think I worked that out. We're all even. I'm not changing anything, of course. I'm not changing no ratings. It is what it is. I thought about it. Like as many times I got sacked last time. Man, that sucked. That sucked. But we have every reason to play this game. We have every reason to play this game and to try to go out a winner in it. Okay, I did this before, so I'm going to make this really quick. Give them the White Sox. We'll go alternate jersey. If you look at it overall, 91-91, our offense wins against them, but they have a really good defense. This is going to be very, very, this is going to be hard. It's going to be very, very hard. And then there's another reason to win this game. Also to try to Andre Williams is only 2 touchdowns away from tying the school record for receiving touchdowns in a season. It was set by Cedric Singleton in year 9 of 22 touchdowns. Andre Williams has 20, so a lot to play for. Offensively, yeah, by points they have the edge. By yards per game, they have the edge. Passing, that belongs to us. But their calling card is running the football. Their calling card is definitely running the football. Defensively, by points, they give up some points more than we do on defense. They give up a lot of yards. We're 20th in yards. I mean, we give up less yards than they do. They give up a lot more yards. Passing, they're 112th, we're 109th. Rushing, of course, we're the first rushing defense in the country. They're at 31, but we're playing Conference USA teams that don't run the ball, and they're playing in the SEC where you always run the ball. So it's going to be hard, guys. It's going to be hard. But, you know, we have every reason to want to win this game. If we can pull this game out, at least it makes you feel better about the season. You feel a little bit better about it, even though you in the end, you didn't take care of business when it comes down to your conference championship. Go ahead and mute this. So here we go, guys. The AutoZone Liberty Bowl, Memphis, Tennessee. Arkansas faces the Columbia State Supercharger in another AutoZone Liberty Bowl. We're in our 4th AutoZone Liberty Bowl. Hopefully we can pull it out and have something to hang our hat on for this end of this season. But in the end of the day, we just go out there and do our best. Get this game over with. Go Big Green!
Hi everybody, Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Taking a peek on the banks of the Mississippi River, the venerable Liberty Bowl, home of today's AutoZone Liberty Bowl. Thanks for checking out the pregame show. NCAA college football action coming up next with Brad and Kirk on the call. David and I will see you at halftime. Memphis, Tennessee is the site for this great matchup at the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. It's time for the coin toss now, presented by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
I don't know. Should I give him the ball? I'm going to try something different. We're going to give him the ball. We'll get it at half. We'll get it in the second half. All right, guys.
Davis has the ball teed up, and we're just about ready to get this one started.
LSU beat TCU. Western Kentucky beat Fresno.
He kicks it off, and he got all
Oregon State.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchdown.
Florida Atlantic got killed. Northwestern beat Montana, barely. Florida State beat Houston.
So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field.
We got a lot of front. Definitely not going to play for the pass unless I have to.
Gets it out quickly.
Oh.
They'll bring it down around the 35-yard line.
Really a nicely thrown ball, and a good job by the receiver to run right under it.
Oh, they do that no huddle crap. Oh, I hate that. I hate the no huddle.
And he's tackled at the 38. The Razorbacks always have guys that are near the top statistically, and that's no exception today. We're really looking forward to watching this kid play.
John James! Oh, why'd you go backwards?
This safety always seems to be in the right place at the right time. It's no surprise that he comes up with the interception.
Yeah! Yeah.
From their own 40-yard line. First down.
Yeah. Blair.
And he's taken down at the 49.
I'm sure the coaches are going to tell him to calm down and be more careful, because I guarantee you, nobody keeps throwing those passes into the defense like that without making a mistake.
Shut up. We're throwing the ball. We have no choice. Have you seen the front of this team? You can't run on them.
From the 49-yard line. First down.
I think Chad Jefferson's got a lot to prove, man. Oh, good job.
I think this quarterback trusts his arm and his receivers, but he's got to know when not to throw the ball. He didn't have any room at all, and he's lucky it wasn't intercepted.
Oh, what am I doing? Okay, I need a good passing play. I think we need to get number 9.
So it's
We need to get it downfield. I just don't know if my offensive line can hold with them being as good as they are. Got it?
Throws complete. He's got room to work.
Ah.
Down around the 40-yard line.
We passed 4,000 yards this season. Did not know that. Didn't know we were even close to that. Okay.
Third down, and this offense is about 3 feet away from that first down marker.
Got it, Tucker?
First down, Greg.
Yeah.
Well, on third down, we expected them to go to the air, and they did just that, picking up the first down.
The 35-yard line. It's first down.
Everything about that play was
held on.
The route, the throw, the catch. That's fun to see.
That was quick, though. Pressure was right there, man. Not playing. I think I can run it now. Gotta give him something, man.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on second.
Yeah, Furman got destroyed by Ohio.
And he makes it out to about the 27-yard line.
Ooh, Michigan State beat Oklahoma State.
This is the 8th play of the drive.
North Dakota State wiped the floor with Chattanooga. Who didn't expect that? Yeah.
First
down.
The offense gets a first down here. You got to give them some credit. But really, this is more about the defense. When the defense gets an offense, third down and medium, you've got to be able to put pressure on the quarterback, especially when they're passing the football and try to get your own offense the ball back. That time they let their own offense down.
I think we should stop passing.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 21.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. There we go.
Pass complete and taken down immediately.
We'll stay in this formation. And one game I do wonder about is that game Louisiana Tech against Notre Dame in the Sugar Bowl. In the Orange Bowl.
And this is the 10th play of the drive.
There ain't no way. Get in there, Larry. Get in there, Larry.
That's the 5th first down for this offense on this drive. The defense, look at their hands are on their knees, hands are on their hips. They're looking tired. This offense right now has this defense exactly where they want it.
yeah. Inside cross. I'll do go across.
It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here.
Williams can get open, though. I just don't think he can hold it that long. Got it! Williams! Touchdown! Supercharger!
I like how the quarterback, the offensive line, and the receivers made a concerted effort to get into the end zone.
That's touchdown 21. Oh, that was awesome. What an awesome drive. What a drive. Notice it had to be quick. Quick passes.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. A nice 10-play, 59-yard drive. And they get it in for 7.
Brad, I love these kind of drives. They're old school, grind it out and earn the yards and just rip the heart right out of that defense.
The score now, 7-0.
Heck yeah.
They line up to kick this one away. Sends it sailing downfield. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
Well, if this one is going to keep going like it is, we're going to be in for a heck of a football game.
Well, let's hope so. This seems to be a very competitive matchup, and right now we're seeing the early dividends of that.
We're going to stand up front. I'm not getting off this kind of coverage, man.
They threw a pick the last time out. Should be interesting to see what they do this time.
Anytime you give the ball away, it's a disappointment. So these guys want to show that they can hang on to it.
He bit.
And they make the stop at the 25-yard line.
He's not a runner. Heck, when he did fool us, it didn't matter. He's not a runner.
Gains his way to the 30.
He's a runner. He's a runner. By himself. We blitzed, we paid. Yeah, we paid for that.
Around the 47-yard line.
Well, the defensive backs completely jumped the run. Only the run was never there. It was just that misstep that allowed the completion.
You can't blitz too much.
His man can't tack on any yardage. Caught and out for the first down. And down he goes at the 28. He's taken down.
I tell you.
15-yard line.
Let's give this quarterback a lot
all
of
that
credit.
time to
He
hold on to the
recognized
ball.
man coverage. And guys, I'm going to tell you something. He probably knew he was going to go to the post before the ball was even snapped. Well done.
From the 14-yard line. First down. And he stopped behind the line. The halfback took the pitch but couldn't find any running lane.
And there were no running lanes because this defense
Moyer.
had so much penetration into the backfield.
Supercharger Junior of the Year. Anthony Moyer.
From the 16-yard line. It's second down.
throws it away.
Even though they didn't sack him, the pressure was still enough to force a bad pass. If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting the ball to his playmakers.
Yeah, that was a good drive. They had a good drive, man.
It's 4th down. This should be an easy field goal.
Get a 3 out of it, I consider it a win. Can we keep our drives going? That's the thing I worry about.
Even though they gave up a field goal here, that defense is feeling pretty good about themselves right now. It could have just as easily been a touchdown.
Arkansas kick this one off. He sends this one deep.
You sometimes wonder why, like, they're not haven't been as successful as they.
He gets hit out of bounds at the 21.
I mean, you sometimes think about, like, Arkansas, like, why haven't they had the success in, like, the SEC like they had before they got in the SEC? Because I forget what they were before, but I'm sure it was like some, you know, Southwest sort of thing. They were in there, and then but they came to the SEC. They just haven't had that success. I mean, that success that they probably did have back then. I mean, they don't do nothing in the SEC. They haven't been competitive in I don't know how long. Maybe we should stick with the passing. I mean,
they did a great job on their last drive, moving the ball down the field for a touchdown. Let's see if they can duplicate that on this drive.
This quarterback right now is in a rhythm, and a lot of that has to do with his preparation. You can see right now with the reads that he's being able to make, getting the football out of his hands, and he's feeling very, very confident in his ability to throw the football against this defense.
Yeah, Jefferson unfortunately did not make my great players, all-time Supercharger players list, for obvious reasons. Well, I mean, he's a good player. I think he had a good career here, but I just think that compared to like others and what he didn't accomplish, I think that's going to really kind of
So
affect
it's
him.
2nd down and about 2 yards to go.
Yeah. Ooh!
Maybe 2 on the carry.
That's what you get when you run the football. He got hit stick. That wasn't fun. Yeah, I just can't. I mean, JT's on there, and JT, you know, I know wasn't even that great. So, I don't know.
It's 3rd down, and they're about the length of the football away from the first down.
Just didn't win that conference championship, man. It's just disappointing. It's a disappointment. Got it, Walker.
This is a big first down for this offense. I think it's another good example about how important it is to have an awareness about you as a wide receiver. Wide receiver did a really good job of knowing exactly where the first down marker was, and he made sure to get the route at least to that point, so when he made the catch and got hit, he had the first down.
Man, I'm looking for plays, man, that work. We gotta get the ball out quick. There can't be no wasting. There can't be nothing.
1st and 10. Ball on the 35.
There we go.
And a quick throw. He's tackled at the 41-yard line.
It's quick passes. And I like to run the football, but it ain't happening, guys. It ain't happening with this team.
They're about 4 yards away here on 2nd down.
I want to do this play, but this is probably not a good play. Yeah! he got the first
Takes it
down.
out to about the
No, he didn't.
44-yard line.
Shorter yard.
And so it's another third down upcoming here.
Looking for some way to fool him, man.
That's right.
Oh!
Tackled for a loss.
Where am I at on the field? And let it go to the second quarter. I'm thinking about going for it. We do not. I think we need to be more exertive in this game.
An exciting first quarter comes to an end. 7-3.
I believe in our offense.
Welcome back. Tight game here in the second quarter as we begin play. I got to tell you, I'm really surprised that they aren't going to just punt this ball away.
Oh, no!
The defense holds, and the ball will change hands.
Well, the defense was waiting on that one. They've seen plays like that all season long. They came up with a great stop.
I knew it wasn't going to work. As soon as I saw him just sitting over there, I was like, yeah, that's not a good time. That was not good. That was not good. That was not good.
Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just one or two plays.
Oh, man.
He's brought down in the open field.
The reason why it's so crucial to be able to run effectively like this is it keeps the defense guessing. They have no idea whether you're passing or running, even if you need medium to long range yards.
Throws out and through his hands.
Good. Any play I can send somebody. Blitz there.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line.
Oh!
Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Oh!
The wideout here truly knows what he has to do to contribute to make his team successful.
Yeah. I had to go for it, guys. It's 4 from 1. I mean, close to
So the kicker
midfield.
will line up here.
I don't regret going for it. I don't.
He makes the PAT. A short 3-play, 44-yard drive, and that's good for a touchdown.
I don't regret going for it. I think this is a kind of game where you have to score. You have to score a lot of points.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Excellent kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. With With one quarter down, I really haven't seen too much separation between these two squads. Might be neck and neck the whole way.
Got it! No!
Incomplete pass. That was textbook coverage by the defense. That's exactly what you want to do on every single pass play, but it doesn't always happen.
Second down, 10 to go. Ball on the 25-yard line. Passes in and it's picked up by safety.
It fell on the ground! No, I'm challenging that. I'm challenging that. There ain't no way, man. No. That fell on the ground. Yes.
So the coach will challenge this one, and the officials are going to have to take a better look at this one upstairs.
And what they're looking for here is whether or not the ball touched the ground before he made the catch.
To review the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So after some discussion, the call on the field stands.
Oh, man, no way, man. Oh, the fix is in. Damn it.
From the 47-yard line, it's first down. Arkansas is up by 3. Nice run there as they work the outside.
Yeah.
Runs it and tackle in the backfield.
He knew it was a run.
Leon Franklin.
Once he got there, he wasn't about to let him slip away either.
I'm gonna miss Leon Franklin, man. I love this. I love that guy, man. I love him. I absolutely love him. Just a playmaker, man. Just a playmaker.
Third down now. They need to get it down to the 37. Strike complete. He's down. Montoya gained 7 yards with a catch there.
Good zone coverage.
It has the distance.
No!
Off the upright and through. You got it.
Wow! I thought that was going to be off, man. Wow. You know, I don't think since our first drive, nothing has really gone right.
And he is set to kick this one off.
So we're only still down by a possession, so.
He's to the 10. He's to the 20. Knocked out of bounds. And about the 23-yard line.
I just love to watch this defense play. They've been flying all over the field today, making big play after big play. The crazy thing is, we still have such a close game despite how well they play.
Don't speak too soon. Don't get this offense going. They're going to start blowing us out. I got to get this offense going.
The last drive ended with an interception. We're about to find out what the defense can do this time.
So much in football is about how you respond to adversity. Moving forward after a turnover is a perfect example of that.
Zips it to the back. They'll bring him down at the 26-yard line. Nothing going on that play.
Well, here I think the quarterback needs to be a little bit more patient in the pocket. That way he can allow his receivers to get downfield a little bit before he throws it.
We did the right thing. That's what I wanted you to do.
From their own 26-yard line. Second down. Oh, and knocked out.
That's what the defensive back coach likes to see. His kids reacting
These
when the
guys are
ball's in
so
the air and
freaking
making
good,
the play.
man. These guys are freaking loaded, man.
It's third down and 6 to go. Ball on their own 26.
Got it?
And he's taken
Yes.
around the 37-yard line. It's first and 10. Ball on the 37. Makes the catch, and he's got nowhere to go.
Yeah. Too short.
Second down and 9 to go. Ball on their own 38.
They're kind of trying to hit him with the same plays. Got it!
Looks to his back, and he's got
Got
it.
it.
Again. He's taken down right around the 48-yard line. First and 10. Ball on the 48.
Hey, this guy's got to forget about the drop. Remember, he was in good position to make a play.
Second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 48-yard line. And he makes it out to about the 47-yard line.
No. All right. We're going to go tight end on this one.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
Got it!
Tackle made at the 35. Tight end grab. First down.
Woo!
We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. Pulls it in, and he's in the open field. And down he goes. And a
John Walker got open, man. just trying to be quick. I'm not trying to get sacked. Not trying to like.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 25-yard line. Throws complete. He's got space to work. He gets hit out of bounds around the 18-yard line. Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. Deep pass to the end zone. Well, he tried to thread the needle with that pass.
Well, here the quarterback makes a poor decision throwing into coverage. Needs to look at his progression and find the second and third receiver.
Yeah, this freaking safety got over there, which I didn't expect. I didn't expect the safety to get over there. Let's go goal line.
We're at the 12th play of the drive. And it looks like they're going to bring everyone in tight for this one. Weber with the play fake to the tight end, but they can't hook up.
Dang it. Just held on to it too long.
So the field goal unit is on the field. They'll try for 3 points. He gets it up, and the field goal is good. Well, that one looked like it was going to be wide, but he put it inside the upright.
Yeah, he squeaked that one in, and he didn't have much more than a couple of inches to spare.
Got in though. Dang it. I'm almost scared of Davis.
He sends this one deep. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Arkansas is up a field goal. And he's tackled at the 28-yard line.
Yeah. Put up in the backfield. Yes.
The 24.
Yes.
Martin back deep to return. Martin fields it at the 35. And down he goes at the 39. swings have been fairly even.
Okay.
With so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just one or two plays.
Not forcing a lot of balls up to Andre Williams either. Got it. Oh, it fell out of his hands.
Incomplete.
I'd rather do this play. No delay.
From their own 39-yard line, it's second down.
Unless Williams can beat the coverage. I doubt he can, but. Oh!
This is absolutely perfect.
That was supposed to have been a dump off.
He brought just the right amount of pressure from the right direction, and it seemed to confuse the offense.
Man.
Third and long now after the sack.
I think that looked too long at Williams and hoped he could clear it.
And he hits him hard at the 41. Allen awaits the snap. Oh, excellent punt. He's taken down at the 25.
Yes, we're going to stay in the quarters. Stay in quarters.
In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Arkansas has a 3-point lead. Gets it out quickly. Tackle at about the 41. Here's the throw. I don't think he got anything on that. That play was going nowhere.
Yeah, give a lot of credit to the defense here, recognizing pass and swarming to the receiver.
From their own 43-yard line.
Ever since
Second
that
down.
interception, he's
Empty
been.
backfield, quarterback
He's just
in
been
the
on
middle.
and popping.
5 wide receivers. And he tackles him hard at the 42-yard line.
And what do? I mean, you blitz, he'll kill you. Play zone, he'll kill you.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers.
Get him!
The defense has to be very frustrated here. They did everything. They got to the quarterback. In fact, it looked like they had a chance to bring him down for the sack. And somehow he was able to throw the ball away.
From the 42-yard line. Second down. Throws in a hurry.
Got it!
Incomplete pass.
Oh!
The receiver is very frustrated. You can tell by his body language. He did everything he needed to do to get open to be able to make a big play. The quarterback just didn't put the ball on the money.
Third down, and they need to get it down to the 32. Arkansas holds a field goal lead.
Your instincts tell you to go for the kick. You've got to make the best play you can, and sometimes it's just batting the ball away.
Defense, man. Whew. I love this game, man.
Right now, he wants to get this kick away and change field position. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just one or two plays. Going long. The defender had it and then dropped it.
Great reaction to get his hands in the way of that pass. That's not an easy play to make.
Oliver Whitehead. He ain't having it. He is not having it. Try for this deep shit if you want.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 20. Complete. He's got room. He's pushed out of bounds around the 30-yard line. So it's third down, and they're just inches away from picking up the first down.
No!
He dropped it. Player was the intended receiver on the play. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Great hold by the defense. They were expecting the pass play, and they defended it very well.
You know, tell me that Williams didn't clear. But he had, like, safety help, so I don't think he would have got there anyway. Yeah, he's over there. Yeah, safety help at the top. I can't do anything. We got a punt. Can't do it. I want to try something, but no. Better punt.
Brooks back to return it. Brooks fields at the 29. He makes it out to maybe the 39-yard line. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions.
I know.
Arkansas is up by 3. Across the middle, tight end's got it. Brought down around the 43-yard line. The Razorbacks are going to call their second timeout. It's second down, 6 yards to go. Ball on their own 43. So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. Catches it, and he's looking for more. Knocked out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
I blitzed, which is dumb because everybody's spread out. But I want to get pressure on the quarterback. It's a bad time to call it. Called at the wrong time. It's not a good.
So after the big pass play, we've got a
Not
first
smart.
down.
It's not smart.
Gets open field. Makes it to the 11.
Wow.
receiver dropped it. Incomplete. It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 11. Fires complete over the middle. And the quarterback completes the slant pattern for about a 9-yard gain.
Man, I shouldn't even been caught.
Arkansas is up a field goal.
Oh!
There, got it. Touchdown.
I like how the quarterback, the offensive line, and the receivers made a concerted effort to get into the end zone.
And he hits the PAT. So a 6-play, 61-yard drive. And it's good for 7 points.
Brett, I thought the key to that drive really had a lot to do with the quarterback and the receivers getting in sync, making it very tough for the defense to slow them down.
Gordon has the ball set, and he looks ready to kick this one deep. Sends it sailing downfield. He's to the 10. Brought down at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, they're off. Stay in the end zone. Any special shots I should take? I don't think so. I don't think I want to take any shots.
They're set to go for another round. That's a great tackle. A nice completion to the tight end.
A good play here, and the thing that I notice is that he provides a nice big target out there for the quarterback.
From their own 28-yard line. First down.
Nope.
That was almost picked off.
Yeah, it's not happening, man. Big plays is not happening.
Second and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line. He goes downtown.
Got it!
These guys have some skill.
He got it!
to make things happen.
Wow.
They picked up an enormous amount of real estate on that play.
I just threw it up there. I'm like, woo! Oh, that was perfect. You can at least get a field goal out of it. Clock's gonna run. Call timeout.
Offense calls a timeout.
Yard field goal though. I don't think he'll make it. That's the only reason why I say don't do it, because I don't think he'll make it. He ain't gonna make a 49-yard field goal. Or he might, man. He might make it. Go ahead and kick it.
And the big pickup through the air has made it 1st and 10. Kicks up.
Nope.
This one doesn't have the distance. And watch out because they can return this. Tackle made around the 16-yard line. From their own 16-yard line. 1st down. He's tackled at about the 27-yard line. As they head to the locker rooms, this one is far from over. The Razorbacks with a 10-point lead.
It's over.
We've played 30 minutes. Glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. David Pollock and I here in the studio to break down everything that just happened in your game. This first half's not going to go on either defensive coordinator's resume reel. So they're not sending this out and saying, hire me, because they couldn't stop anything. We always talk about adjustments at halftime. What kind of adjustment can you go to? Is this more X and O, or is this more effort, attitude, and getting a little nasty?
Well, the first adjustment you make, Reese, is tearing the game plan up, because that didn't work. I mean, we're gonna have to find some new defenses. Now, you always come into the week and come into that game and you think you have a plan to stop a designed offense. It's not working. You got to do something a little bit different this second half. They planned all week. They didn't plan properly. They got to find some new ways to put pressure on the quarterback and make things happen on defense.
David and I will be keeping an eye on your game and everything else going on in the country. Here in our palatial and comfortable surroundings in the studio, the best seat in the house belongs to Brad Nessler in Kirkford Street.
Well, my verdict on that first half is it sucked. We did good, especially on that first drive. We had a real good drive going, and then we were short, and then we kicked a field goal. Don't regret going for it on 4th and 1. Thought it was a good call, just didn't make it. Heath Davis is not a great field goal kicker. Probably shouldn't have put it in his hands, but I wanted to get at least it down to a 1-possession game at half, and wasn't able to do it. I'm sort of disappointed in the way our offense is playing. Defense ain't looking all that great either. I mean, of course, our offense did, make a mistake and let them have, when we didn't convert the 4th down, and made it easier for them to just march downfield and score. So one score is on us, but the rest is on the defense. But can't blame it on the defense. Our offense needs to put up some points. And same thing with the Louisiana Tech game. We're just not putting up the points. We're just not putting up the points. But Jefferson's doing all right. 19 for 29, 182 yards. A touchdown and an interception, unfortunately. But he's been pretty all right. I mean, he's only getting sacked once. So we're getting the ball out real quick, which is what we got to do. We're not running the football at all, which I kind of hate. I mean, I really want to run the football, but I already know what's going to probably happen. And if we get close in the game, we'll run the ball just so they can account for something else. But against that front line and against those linebackers, I just didn't see us running the ball well today. Blair's getting it done, 6 for 62, senior. So eventually his career will be over with. Andre Williams had the 1 touchdown. Our Bolitnikoff winner, our Supercharger Player of the Year. I really want them to have a big game, but it just don't seem to be happening. I mean, as bad as their secondary is at corner, they got real good safeties. It's always the safety help. I mean, so it's just been hard. But he's got the long touchdown. McQuall gets it out of the backfield, all that stuff. Line's holding up pretty good. John James got the one interception, but other than that, we haven't really been able to do much. We haven't been able to get a sack on them. We had tackles for losses from Franklin and Moyer, but other than that, nothing else. Of course, Heath Davis missed that one field goal. Eric Allen's had to punt twice. And Matt Martin is doing the best he can, but I guess my best thing is to leave him when the kick comes to us, and then he's not going to break it big. Go ahead, kneel down on it, take the touchback. First downs, I got 10. I got 11. They're outdoing us in yards. They're running the ball pretty effectively. We're, of course, not, because we're not running the ball at all. We got more passing yards, but we've been passing the ball more than they have by about 12 more attempts. We're good on third down. I mean, we are maintaining drives, a little bit. That's going to probably be what we're going to have to do. We have to maintain drives, but we got to pay these drives off, too. So we got to start paying them off. Each team's got a turnover. I got more total yards. I've held on to the ball longer, but it doesn't make a difference because we can't run the football. My second half is just basically if we're just going to pass. We're going to pass, look for some big plays, but we're going to do what we did before, kind of take check downs and stuff like that, and just matriculate the ball downfield. It's the only thing we can do. I can't do anything else. And then if it gets close, we'll start running the football. We can work off play action off of it and try to get some big plays. But against this defense, man, it's going to be tough. You think the Louisiana Tech defense is tough, man. They don't have nothing on this defense. We get the ball to start the second half, though, so it was good that we kicked off. So that way, because we need to maintain a drive right now. Get a drive going right now. That's what we need to be doing.
All right, Reese, David, thanks, guys. Just about set to start the third quarter. Nice kick, plenty of distance.
Go ahead, Neil.
Into the end zone, down for a touchback. Arkansas is the type of team, when you look at them, it looks like their defense sort of just feeds off itself.
I think the energy is there, Brad, but I think it really starts up front with their defensive line and their linebackers. The way they're being able to just win the battle at the line of scrimmage. I think it's giving them confidence, and it's allowing them to play more downhill when they can attack this offense.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. And they make the stop around the 38-yard line. From their own 38-yard line, it's first down. Nothing doing. Second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 38.
Got it, Blair.
And he's tackled at about the 41.
Not the greatest pass, but a really, really good play by the receiver to bail out his quarterback.
That was a great pass.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line. Passes. Tight end's got another. And down he goes. Now the 36-yard line.
A lot of Blair.
Second and 6 coming up here. Ball on the 36-yard line. And that one's incomplete.
Not a great throw by the quarterback.
They're all
but
over.
to be fair, that was pretty good coverage.
They're all over Williams, man. They're all over. It's like, yep, we know what's coming. We know you want to go to him. We're going to take it away. And they have. They pretty much shut him down.
Third down. They need to get it down to the 31. He lets it fly.
Yeah!
What a play.
Williams! Oh my God! Oh my God! Dude is a freaking beast!
First and goal from the 1, looking to punch this one in. And the goal line defense digging in here. Heading for the corner.
Touchdown, supercharged. Yeah.
Great job of finding the space to run and just bursting in for 6.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Drop this out of the way.
Here's the extra point to get within a field goal. He splits the uprights for the extra point. It was a 7-play, 75-yard drive, and they get it in for 7.
Brad, I love these kind of drives. They're old school, grind it out and earn the yards and just rip the heart right out of that defense.
Wow. I just went for it.
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
One-handed catch, man. You did a Beckham, man. He's so awesome, man. He's so awesome. I'm gonna miss Andre Williams, dog.
He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Williams' drive in this game has been sensational. He's just having an outstanding day.
Yeah, he's just one of those guys who's just a total package as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball, he can make you pay for it in space, and they've done a good job of finding ways to get him the football.
We haven't.
So now both teams come trotting back out onto the field.
It's been slim pickings out there.
Arkansas has a 3-point lead. And he's
Yeah.
taken down right
Yeah.
around the 26-yard line. Fires quickly to the tight end. He's taken down right around the 42-yard line.
They're gonna keep coming. They're gonna keep coming, dog.
Wants to throw outside. Pulls it in. First down. He's knocked out of bounds. falling back and finds his man. And he is drilled at the 30-yard line.
Dang.
Quick throw, tackled around the 20-yard line.
Man, their offense is ridiculous.
Makes it out to about the 7. He kept it himself and picked up a good-looking first down.
Great execution and a good decision there by the quarterback.
Man. I mean, what can you do? You can't stop them.
First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. Arkansas holds a field goal lead. They'll get him for a loss.
You know, as a running back, you've got to get upfield north and south. That time, he just seemed to wait and kind of delay his reaction and just got to be able to make a read, get upfield as quickly as possible. College football, especially up in the NFL, the more you're dancing around waiting for a big play, the more time you're giving an athletic defense a chance to come and make a play in the backfield against you. That's what happened there.
And this is the 8th play of the drive.
Got him, Lawyer.
Defense, all the credit here. They had that one snuffed out from the start. It could have been an even bigger loss.
I'm blitzing
And this is
again.
the 9th play of the current drive.
Let's see what they're looking like. Stay in it. Stay in it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it.
And bring him down around the 6-yard line.
Woo. Hell.
Fourth down. They'll line up for the field goal, and this is nothing more than a chip shot. The kick is up, and he's got it.
And you got to think they're pretty happy with holding the field goal right there.
We are. I'm like, man. They're just dumping it downfield.
Gordon has the ball all teed up, and he's ready to kick this one off. Sends it sailing downfield.
Right out.
He's to the 10.
Nope.
They'll bring him down at the 15-yard line. Both these offenses stepping up and answering the bell. Who's going to blink first here?
Exactly right. I've just been impressed with the way they've been able to execute. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on them. Anytime you're feeling that the other offense can put points up on the board, there's a tendency to want to press. Neither one has done that up to this point, and right now it's going to come down to who can continue to execute, put points up. The quarterback did a really good job in the last drive of finding his receivers in space, and I bet he'll be looking to do the same thing again.
Throws complete. He's got space to work. He's pushed out of bounds. The 24-yard line.
Let me see something.
It's second down now. They're just a few feet away from that first down marker.
Go!
They're going to scramble down. He can't get away from the pressure. He just blew past the blockers and dragged the quarterback down.
Boy, excellent play by the defense here. A few extra seconds, and those receivers might have been open.
third down and 7 to go. Ball on the 19. Was the intended target, and that'll bring up a punting situation.
The defense held their ground on that play. The quarterback just wasn't able to find any open receivers.
I could have called a better play, though. Could have called a way better play than that.
Brooks, back deep to return. And this one is a beauty. He's at midfield. He makes it out to maybe the 49-yard line. So we're just about ready to return to action. Arkansas, up 6. Tackle made at the 50-yard line.
He just timed the snap.
John Johnson.
It really made a nice play.
Senior John Johnson.
Third down now, and they need to get it inside the 41. The quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers. Fires out to his receiver.
Got it.
He's level at the 42.
They're close enough for a field goal. No, they're going for it. Holy crap.
So it's 4th down, and the offense is still on the field.
Oh man, I meant to change plays. God.
33-yard line.
Terrific work in a crucial spot.
Meant to
The
push
big key is
blitz.
the offensive line giving the ball carrier room to
Blitz.
get upfield.
Makes it out to about the 20. Brought down around the 12-yard line. Arkansas is up by 6. And he makes it out to about the 11-yard line.
I called the right defense. It didn't matter.
Great call by the offensive coordinator.
Big time play, taking that ball all the way in. Maybe the defense wasn't expecting a run.
Yes, we were. They just overpowered us, man. They just ran all over us.
He makes the PAT. So that's an 8-play, 51-yard drive. And they come away with a touchdown.
And Brad, right now, the offensive line just winning the battle in the trenches, opening up some big running lanes.
They line up to kick this one away. He sends this one deep. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
Well, we're going to throw it. We got no choice now. We're behind now. We got to, like, get it into gear. Now we're down by 2 scores.
Let's see if this drive has a more rewarding conclusion than their last, which ended with a punt.
Down 2 possessions, this offense has to step up and capitalize on this possession.
That was almost picked off. From their own 25-yard line. Second down. It's an outside receiver in a hurry. He's knocked out of bounds. The 49-yard line.
Well, I tell you, these guys have some skill players who can make things happen. They picked up an enormous amount of real estate on that play.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 49-yard line. He's at the 40.
Yeah!
He's at the 30.
Woo!
Right at the 26.
What a right time to call that draw. Everybody loves the underdog, man, and we are the underdog. We're the team that's not supposed to win.
26-yard line.
We're the team that's not supposed to win this game. Oh, Fuqua. That was right there for you, Fuqua.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 26-yard line. And he's hit immediately. Nothing going on that play.
But here I think the quarterback needs to be a little bit more patient in the pocket. That way he can allow his receivers to get downfield a little bit before he throws it.
Down, and they need to get it to the 15.
Got it?
Quick throw to the tight.
Yeah.
Nice play to set up first and goal.
Yes.
It's first down. Knocking on the door here. It's first and goal. Inside the 5. Throws to the receiver. Incomplete.
Whitehead's been all over. That's not going to work.
And this play is number 8 on the drive. Looking for the corner.
Got it!
Pays off.
Touchdown, Lori Williams! Touchdown, Supercharged!
These guys don't get tense down by the end zone. Sometimes a young quarterback will make a silly mistake, or a receiver will come down with a case of stone hands. But not with this group.
Oh, Larry Williams fought for that touchdown. Woo, I didn't expect that.
Extra point. An 8-play, 76-yard drive, and they add 7 points to the scoreboard.
Brett, I thought the key
Still
to
a one-score game, guys.
Quarterback and receivers getting in sync, making it very tough for the defense to slow them down.
Davis has the ball set, and he looks ready to kick this one deep. He just drills this one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. And offense is back on the field after running the ball very well on their last drive.
This offensive line really opened up some big gaps for the running back last time.
It's the tailback, and they make the stop at the 28.
Good tackle, Alton Foster.
Arkansas with a 6-point lead. Halfback's got it on a quick throw, and he's tackled around the 33-yard line. The flag on. Let's get out of the field for the official call.
What?
And for Montoya, he's up to 100 yards and catches.
You know, this guy continues to make plays, and what this can do is force the defense to have to double team. And if a defense starts to double team a wide receiver, it opens up avenues for other wide receivers and also the running game to try to exploit the defense.
From their own 41-yard line. First down. That's 3 down and 1 to go. Arkansas's lead is 6. Back to the action here. Tight ball game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
He gains a couple of yards on the carry.
And he's brought down there by the senior at linebacker. That won't be the last time today we'll be talking about this young man.
Him up.
Oh,
Makes his
God.
way about the 45. Arkansas up 6. He has some room. It's out to around the 35. He's taken down.
Man, we can't get nobody's guarding nobody. These receivers are not that good. What are you guys doing?
the 4-yard line. There's a player hurt. It doesn't look to be that bad.
All right, man. You can't stop him.
It's the 9th play of the drive. Throws incomplete, intended for his wideouts.
I'm not so sure he made the best decision that time. That was a pretty tight area he was trying to throw that one into.
Here's play number 10 on the drive.
No, not that. That. Get it out! Get it down! We had it right there!
Quarterback misread the defense or just made a poor decision. But that wasn't a pass he should have thrown.
If they can get it in here and make it a 2-score game, it's 3rd and goal. They're packed in tight on the line.
I called the right play. They just stopped it.
Nice run by the fullback to put 6 on the board.
You give this kid a chance, he can get it done. That was a nice looking run.
They'll go for 2 in this situation. They put everyone up on the line. And they won't get the 2. Gordon has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 10. And he's tackled at the 17.
Boy, the two offensive coordinators have to be loving this. In fact, you can look over at our booth next to us and see how much they're enjoying it with a big smile on their face. The defensive coordinators, on the other hand, might be looking for a big slip on Monday.
They're ready to start another drive, hoping to duplicate the results of the last one, which ended in a touchdown. Fires out to his wideout.
Gordon!
They'll bring him down
And first
at the
down.
48-yard line. Throws it out right to the running back. He's taken down around the 35-yard line. Short over the middle. Williams gains around 7 yards with a catch, and that's good for a first down.
How about the poise of his quarterback to locate his receiver, pass the sticks, and get him the ball? That was a great throw.
They'll make the sack.
I think that was on the offensive line. They've got to do a better job of holding their blocks, or else his quarterback's going to be pulling turf out of his face mask all game.
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's 2nd and long. Tackle made at the 46.
Get off the cap. Get off. Good. Get off.
Third down, and they need to get it inside the 48. Swings it out there, incomplete.
We're going for it.
Fourth down, and the offense is still on the field. Zips it to the tight end.
Yeah.
He's tackled at about the 29-yard line. Passes. Tight end's got another one. Down the 12-yard line.
They don't have an answer for Blair. But this is my problem with this team. Yeah, we got great tight ends and we got a great receiver. We don't have great receivers. And that's my problem. They just come back to bite us, man.
From the 12-yard line. First down.
Come on, yeah.
And they make
Woo!
it from the 4-yard line.
Fuqua. Maybe we should have ran more Fuqua.
And this is the 10th play of the drive. Everybody bunched up tight defensively.
Got it!
Goes to the
No! He dropped it!
It's third down, and they're about 2 yards shy of the sticks. And it looks like they're going to bring everyone in tight for this one.
Got it? Tucker!
And touchdown.
Yeah!
He hit the big tight end for 6 on that one.
As a quarterback, you like the tight end inside the 10-yard line because they have a knack for finding the opening. And you can just drill it in there.
strikes with the extra point.
Man, we might not win this game, but man, we gave it all we could. We gave it all we could.
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He really got a hold of that kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Just amazing, Herbie. We've seen 4 straight possessions now in which the offenses have scored.
Yeah. I just wish we'd stop them. Can we just stop them, guys? Can we stop this team? And the fact, if we can't, I'm just like wondering if we can even do anything.
Teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're one play away from a very different ball game.
We just need to stop, man.
I think anytime you lose yardage, it's frustrating as a ball carrier. It's very frustrating as a play caller. Makes you a little bit more hesitant maybe to go back to a certain play. The biggest thing you want to do as an offensive coordinator is get the offense over the sideline after the series, make sure everybody's on the same page, and then show the confidence that you still have in them despite this play, that you're going to go right back to the running back and trust that offensive line.
From their own 22-yard line, second down. He delivers.
No! Oh! Man.
So they're going to try to determine if the receiver had possession and was inbounds or not. So the referee initially calls it a catch, but we'll get a second look at it here and determine if he was inbounds when he hauled it in.
And that play happened so fast that it was very tough to tell if he was able to get a foot down or not.
After review, they decided that the call on the field will stand.
I blitzed, and I shouldn't have done it. But whether I blitz or not don't seem to matter. It's like they're going to catch the ball. It's like I can't stop their offense at all. We have absolutely no answers, man.
From their own 45-yard line.
We have no
It's
answers.
first down.
Oh, man. Gotta quit touching buttons. Cooper could have made that cap if I didn't touch the button. I try not to control the offense or the defense or just send the plays out.
The defense was just all over that play. It didn't fool anybody.
Play coverage. Do not blitz.
Second and
I'm not
13
blitzing no
coming
more.
Ball on the
I'm not
44-yard
blitzing. I
line.
pay for it.
And down he goes, right around the 36-yard line.
Oh, man, make the tackle.
He's at the 20. He's pushed out of bounds around the 15-yard line.
You can't stop him, man. We can score all we want. It doesn't matter. Our defense can't do it. Our defense cannot stop them from doing what they're doing.
What a play to set him up with a first and goal. Finds a man, touchdown.
at an angry moment for a minute. It is what it is. Let's get this game over with.
He makes the PAT. So that's an 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they put up 7 points.
Amazing drive of this offense. Outstanding execution. If you're the defense, you've got to do something to try to change things up to get this quarterback out of sync.
Excellent kick. Gordon looks ready to kick this one off. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. Looking for the corner. Across midfield. Inside.
Matt Morton!
10.
Touchdown, Supercharger!
Boy, is this kid electric.
That's his first touchdown off a kick return. He did have a touchdown before, of course, the kick 6, Supercharged kick 6. But he finally has the kick return for a touchdown in the bowl game. Woo!
And he tacks on the extra point.
Matt Martin, who I hope becomes a really big receiver next year.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He sends this one deep. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Arkansas is a team on a mission right now. Somehow they have been able to put up 23 unanswered points.
Yeah, that's why we're not going to beat them. I mean, what can you do? You can't stop them. Can't stop them.
Well, the offense heading back out onto the field after that kick, hoping to turn this drive into another touchdown.
I think the defense right now is just sitting back on their heels. They're allowing the offense to kind of dictate things to them. Now, one thing is that any defensive coordinator will tell you in the country, you have to be the one trying to dictate things to the offense. So change it up. Try something different. If it's not working, you can't continue to sit back on your heels.
See if this scheme will work. I'm all out of answers, man.
From their own 25-yard line. Second down. Nice run up the middle.
Yeah, Franklin held on. Come on, they're using a clock. They get this, man.
They didn't snap the ball in time.
Oh, just didn't want to learn to play.
They'll line up for another third down play because of the penalty.
Well, here you're in a third down situation, and then someone makes a mental mistake. It makes your blood boil if you're a coach.
It's third down, 9 to go. Ball on the 26-yard line. Rifles it.
Incomplete. These guys were ready for the pass and played it well to come up with the deflection.
This game's giving me a heart attack.
Good is waiting for the snap. He gets it away. This is a really nice punt. Martin fields it to the 30, heading for the corner. He makes it out to maybe the 39-yard line. And for Jefferson, He's put up good numbers.
Well, this is really just one of those games where it's all coming together. He's making the right reads, he's delivering the football in rhythm, and the most important thing is he's playing with confidence.
He came to play in this big game, no doubt about it, but the score isn't reflecting his efforts.
Hey, takes a team. Takes a team, butthole. I mean, what do you want me to do? You want me to play defense?
You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way.
You want Jefferson to play defense
Just
too?
over 2 minutes in the game. Fires quickly and he's got his man. He gets hit out of bounds. Right around the 46-yard line.
Did you see how he looked that ball into his hands? That's how you catch a football.
I'm gonna try it now.
They're about 4 yards away here on second
Clock
down.
running. I went out of bounds. That's a bunch of crap. I forgot this is college, though. It's always weird in college. Come on, yeah!
Robinson picked up.
Nick Fuqua.
From the 48-yard line. First down. There's a strike complete. He's down.
14 catches, man. I'm running like I got this all day. Yeah, I'll use up the clock, but I also got to get a play off.
Second
400 yards for Jefferson. Got it, Jefferson. Blair, oh my God. Brian Blair's a beast.
From the 26-yard line. First down.
What a game, guys.
Under a minute left. The 26.
Take a timeout.
And they get stopped after a short gain.
Yeah, the quarterback better get these guys to the line of scrimmage and hurry up.
Second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 26. He's level at the 9.
16 receptions. You just broke or tied a school record.
It's first and goal, and they need a touchdown. Oh, he's got huge drop there.
Woo! I'm sweating, guys. Oh my God, I didn't believe we'd be in this situation. Oh my God, the game on the line. We could actually pull this thing off. Did not see this coming. Hold your breath.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
Got it! Touchdown! Supercharger!
He set a new mark for his team for catches in a game.
Where in the world would they be without him making all these catches? He's been absolutely huge.
Wow. He broke LaShawn Fowler's reception record. We're going for it.
You don't really gain anything by kicking the extra point here, so they'll go for 2 and try to go up by 3. This defense not wanting to give an inch here.
Go!
So the 2-point conversion is no good.
Here they tried to put the ball in the air. Unfortunately, they were unable to convert.
Oh! Oh my God. What a game. Oh my God.
They're lined up to kick, and they might just kick it short and prevent a long return.
Hell no. What are you talking about?
Sends it sailing
I'm not
downfield.
cooking it short.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
We cannot allow no big plays. We cannot allow no big plays.
This has been a great game, and it all comes down to this. Who can prevail, the offense or the defense? We're about to find out who's going to win it in this drive. And he hits him hard at the 40-yard line. The Razorbacks taking their first time out of the half.
Woo!
First and 10, ball on their own 40. Slings it. He's hit and taken down. The Razorbacks are going to call their second timeout.
They're going to have to throw this up. Man up 3 deep. But if they get it at first down and get some more yards, they can kick a field goal.
And it all comes down to this. One last chance to throw one up and see if somebody can bring it down and win the game. He heaves it to the end zone.
Yo!
This one will fall in.
Yes! 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 The Superchargers won the Liberty Bowl!
Final score in this one.
We beat an SEC team!
As we wrap this game up, Kirk, what final thoughts do you want to share?
Well, this one really could have gone.
Holy shit!
Arkansas played a good game out there, but they needed to make 1 or 2 more big plays, and they couldn't do it. Who knows? Another couple of minutes, and this one may have gone the other way.
Ugh.
And for Jefferson, he gets the award for player of the game.
What a bounce back, man.
For Arkansas,
What a
they
bounce
dropped below
back.
500 on the season with today's loss.
Superchargers are 11-3. No conference championship, but we win our first Liberty Bowl. And we beat an SEC team. Right now, a great SEC team, but they played me pretty hard, man. 6-6, but they played a damn good game. That was a classic, and that's what you live for. Those are the games you play this game for, man. When you get games like that, Matt Martin with the big touchdown that got us at least thinking, yeah, we can do it. We just needed one defensive stop, and we got it. Brian Blair was a beast. Broke a record. In a year where it was all about Andre Williams and the Bolitnikov and winning Supercharger of the Year, it was Brian Blair that brought us a Liberty Bowl trophy home. Oh my freaking God. No, don't do that. I hate this thing. I'm trying to get it to pull out, and it's not doing it. So I'm probably going to leave it alone. Best to leave it alone. Wow. What a game, man. What a game. I mean, I was sitting here getting frustrated, man. It's like we couldn't stop them. And I was like sitting there like, oh, can we even stop this team? Can we even stop them on a drive? And yeah, we got it done. I mean, my game plan offensively sort of worked, you know. We ran it very seldomly, but we passed a lot. And won us our first Liberty Bowl. We got a Liberty Bowl trophy. Didn't get the conference championship this year, but, you know, to end it like that, man, it gives you a lot of hope for next season and the seasons to come, man. That won't be forgotten. That was one of the best bowl games. I mean, last year we beat Notre Dame. You know, that's a big win. I mean, we beat Notre Dame. Of course, we beat Notre Dame the last time, you know, 5 seasons ago in the Sugar Bowl. And we beat Notre Dame in last year's Sugar Bowl. And now we beat Arkansas in the SEC, a team that's in the SEC, you know. And so, I mean, there's always, like I said, this game, there's always a reason to pick up that controller and play these games, man. Even after the disappointment of losing that conference championship, we come out and we do our damn thing on this game. And we are Liberty Bowl. We take home a Liberty Bowl trophy, so we don't go away this season empty-handed. Congratulations, Supercharger. Congratulations to Hooch Jr. Congratulations on this season. 11-3 season ain't nothing to sneeze at, and you get a Liberty Bowl trophy. Congratulations to Andre Williams. You know, congratulations to Andre Williams and his excellent season this year. Couldn't get that touchdown reception record. I wish I could have got it for him, but it just wasn't that type of game. But he's got 21 touchdowns. He didn't get 22. He got 21 touchdowns. He has the most catches in a season in Supercharger history, and he's broken a whole lot of records. Congratulations to Chad Jefferson for bouncing back after that conference championship game loss. Congratulations to him. That's probably the end of the road for his story. What a way to end it. Maybe he should be included in one of the greatest Superchargers of the Year awards, you know. Maybe he should be on the all-time Supercharger list. He had one of the best games ever, you know, 7 touchdowns in one game. I mean, can't put the season's failures on Chad Jefferson. He did his thing, you know. Takes a team to win, you know, takes a team to win. Congratulations, Brian Blair, senior, ending it, breaking LaShawn Bowers' receptions in a game record. Hasn't been broken in 6 years. I think that record was established in year 3, and here we are in year 11, and it's finally broken. Congratulations to you, Brian Blair. We'll see you in a Supercharger draft, in the Madden draft class. You'll definitely be in the Madden draft class. Congratulations to how many seniors we got on this team? 18 seniors. What a season. What a season. You guys didn't get the conference championship, but you guys battled and didn't give up, didn't quit. Now we got a win against another SEC team on our resume. That is awesome. That is awesome, especially considering how the year started. And I was thinking, you know, I would never get a game that I recorded on this capture card where we actually won. But we won this one, so Brian Blair's a beast. That's all I got to say. Brian Blair, who had a very weird start to the season, man. He ends it on a very big high note. So there y'all go. That is season 11. Year 11 in the Supercharger series is officially now over. Recap video coming up very, very soon. Recap video. And then we're going to do the off season together. I look to do the off season probably by next week. Or earlier. Sometime next week. But there we go. We got the Liberty Bowl win. Our first Liberty Bowl win. I think I want to say it's our 6th bowl win. We're 6-3 in bowl games. And that's our sixth bowl victory. Pretty awesome. We will do the recap, and then we'll see who won the Natty. If Louisiana Tech beat Notre Dame in the Sugar Bowl, in the Orange Bowl, and other scores. We'll check. You guys will take this journey with me together, because this is what this capture card can do. So let's wind the season together. Go Big freaking Green, man. Go Big Green. Great season. 11-3. Liberty Bowl win. Win against the SEC team. I'll take it. Wish I had a conference championship, but I'll take it. But go Big Green, guys. Love you guys. If y'all watch this game, man, it was worth the watch, man. It was worth to play it too. Guys, I'll see you guys later. Another time, another place, another day. Solo Dolo out. Go Big Green. Go Big Green.